From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here at Inglewood, California. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Corum. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
2nd down run by Cole. Here we go. Right away, we've got a loose ball. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Right up the gut. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Corum. He's got a gain of 6 there. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Corum again. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuffed at the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. Third down coming up. He'll throw it. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds. And that's going to bring up fourth down. They go to punt on fourth down, and out heads Tommy Townsend. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Ravens will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Bobby Okereke making that stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Second and 4. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Has him on the quick hitter. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. On the move into the red zone. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-0 lead. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going play action. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll try and throw it here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Pass play now. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 38. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up an LA first down. From the red zone now. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams make it a one-score game. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Lamar off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, Jackson. He puts some juice on it deep. Brought in inside the 20. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-point lead. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it'll be second down. Man in motion here. 2nd and 10 now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing now, off play action. He gets this one in Nakua. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing it again here. His pass caught by Nakua. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Working inside the red zone. It's caught. Ferguson. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Still sticking with the passing game. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! Making a one-score game in the first half. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Here's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to bring things up. And that'll bring up second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing again is Lamar. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Lamar now from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And the Rams will take possession. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Ravens in very good field position as they come up first and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll run here on first down. Pushing for the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. He'll look to throw. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Caught by his fullback behind the line. Escapes a defender. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Rams with first and 10. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll throw it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This one's taken in by Otten. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They are throwing it again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
A loss of 6 yards brings up 4th and goal.
Now the Rams trying for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lamar out of the pistol. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
First down, here's Lamar. Dump off caught by his back. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. Rolling into enemy territory. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This set of downs starts with an option right. Moving on into the red zone. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pop. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 21-yard line.
Another try following the sack. It is caught left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Setting up a throw. Gets this one to Blake Corum. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing it again here. Throw left side, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Play action on first down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
He's got it. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
One right down the middle. And the Rams make it an 11-point ball game. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Christian Harris on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lateral goes haywire. It's out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Complete out to the right. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this. Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
A 53-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Able to get it to Reed. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still sticking with the passing game. Pass complete. 2-2 Atwell. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll throw it again. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Great vision, gets him across midfield. And out of bounds just before he could get them into the red zone. That looks like it's inside the 25.
Well, by the time he shifted into a different gear and began that foot race up the left sideline, you could tell this return was already getting out of hand. And what a gift for this offense, who now gets to take over with a lot of the work in the field position already done.
On first down, they'll run. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Give them 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't pick up anything, and now he brings up 3rd and goal from the 2.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10 now. Reed's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams facing a 15-point deficit. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Pass play coming here. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 22. And it brings up an LA 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They are throwing it again. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
To throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Lone back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.